BanjoBenClark.com. I am Banjo Ben, your host here on the website to teach you how to play banjo and guitar. But this week is Mandolin week, and we're doing a beautiful version of Over the Waterfall. I had someone on the forum request that I teach this song on mandolin. I'm happy to oblige. I'm really happy to do it on this brand new Pava A model that I just got into the store. I wanted to do this lesson with it just to demo it. So you heard it. This thing's brand new. Maybe it can be yours. If it's sold out by the time you see this, and it might be, then just enter your email address and we'll get in touch with you when we get another one in, because they're just incredible. If you're watching this on the side as a Go Pick member, you have everything you need. You know the drill. Just scroll down, see the rest of the video segments, all the JamTracks MP3s, the tabs that are just like what I just played. If you're watching on Facebook or you're on YouTube and you're not a member, then why aren't you? Come on over to the website, BanjoBenClark.com. You can see all these lessons if you join as a Go Pick member, and also check out the forum where we have lots of people helping each other learn how to play. Let's jump right into Over the Waterfall in the key of D on mandolin. Let's learn a solo for Over the Waterfall. This is a beautiful fiddle tune that's going to be in the key of D. And just real quickly, let's cover the chords. There's nothing crazy about this one. We've just got our three major chords, the 1, 4, and 5. And then we're also going to have a flat 7. We're going to go to the C chord at the end of the A parts. And speaking of that, this has a typical fiddle tune form, meaning that we have an A part that is 8 measures long. We'll play through that, and then we'll repeat it. And then we'll go to a B part, which has a little different melody, a different chord progression. It's 8 bars, or 8 measures long, and then we repeat that. So we have a total of 32 measures. And what I'm going to do is give you more of a basic first time through the A and B parts. And then the second time through, we're going to spice it up a little bit. We're going to talk about how we can do that even more. Let's go ahead and throw up the first line of tab there. Now, I'm not going to give you any kickoff to it necessarily, like potatoes or things like that. A lot of times we do with fiddle tunes. I'm just going to give you a couple of pickup notes. Right there on the end of that first measure, on the 4th beat, we're just going to walk right up into the melody, right into what's labeled measure 3, but it's the start of that first A part. And then we've got some pretty simple stuff happening. A bunch of 8th notes. And that's the straight ahead melody of Over the Waterfall. You could simplify that a little bit. If we want to get a bit simpler, but I filled it out with some 8th notes just to give you some more scale movement in there. So just real slowly, and then we'll play the whole thing much slower later on. It sounds like this. You'll notice that I'm playing it with a swing fill. That's just the choice that I've made. You could play it straight. But I think the song, played at a slower tempo, but swinging, sounds really pretty. Now, the only thing different about that whole line is the double stops in measure 6, right? We're going to play those several times. That's just that F or that D chord, double stop. And as we get into the second line, we're going to finish out this first A part, which just has more scale notes. Now you're going to notice it sounds a little bit different when we get to that measure 9. And that's because we're going into that C chord, that dominant 7th chord, which is a really cool way to end this, going to the C chord to the G. This whole line very slowly. Now we're going to walk right back up into another A part, and this time we're going to beef it up just a little bit. So C measure 11, nothing really changes at first until the very end of measure 11. And what I'm doing there is a little trick that I've picked up from various players. Chris Thiele's one that does it, and actually you should go check out his Over the Waterfall version that you can find on YouTube, because I'm influenced by that version. But one thing he will do is jump down and throw these open strings in there to just help provide more sustenance for the chord. So it's a little bit of a jump there at the end of measure 11, because we're playing a downstroke and then an upstroke all the way up on that D string. It sounds like this. Now when we land there on that D note, measure 12, we've just got some more quarter notes, except on the second beat, we're going to pull off quickly to that B note. Now there's not any kind of specific pull off that you're trying to do. You can do it really fast like that. You could make it an eighth note pull off. But I think it sounds really cool to do a fast pull off. It mimics what a bagpipe might do. In 13 we have that big jump again. So this whole line slowly. Again, next line. Same lick. Now when we go into the C chord measure 17, we're going to do a backwards cross pick pattern. Work in those scale notes. That's just a C chord. Open C chord. That's a great little lick. This whole line again. We're just throwing that G string in, that G note in measure 18 to help lay a little foundation over that G chord. Now let's take a pause. We'll play both of these A parts through very slowly, one right after the other. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can come over to the website and learn the rest of it with us and get the JamTrack MP3s.